Okay, hi. I am here. One second, I'm just setting everything up. And I really hope it saved that I changed the title. Whatever. Hi! How are you? Oh, is it? One sec. I don't know why that is. Was I talking and not being heard? Okay. Hello. Hopefully that has fixed my mic issues. Okay, cool. I don't know. I could technically turn it up, but like... Yeah, that's good. Okay, I might have to unplug it and replug it in. Alright, I don't know why it's... Sorry. Ah! Okay, well... I think this is about as good as we're getting it. Whew. Anyway... all of that aside, I had a very good vacation. I was at the beach, which was very fun. I had a good time. I guess I could move it to the gameplay thing since I'm here. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I talked about it a bunch at the end of my streams, but, you know, is how it is. Okay. I forgot Pikachu was arrested. How did I forget that Pikachu was arrested? Anyway, we get back into it. Pikachu has been arrested. So I was at the beach. It was great. I had a lovely time. Oh my gosh, the game is so loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit for myself, and then I can turn it back up for you guys. Okay. I don't know what's causing the mic issues. It beats me. It's probably because I just updated my OBS for the first time in months. All of that. I also went to an alligator conservation farm, which was really cool. I don't know if I've seen it yet. I know I've seen a couple of the things that you sent. I was mostly not looking at my phone while I was on vacation. Mostly just because I wouldn't take it with me out to the beach, and I'd be out there for hours, just because, like, mixing sand and phone, electronics, and water does not really end well. Really causes incidents. But yeah, so I went to a alligator conservation farm. And you know, I went to the beach, and then I also got to see some really cool, like, old battleship stuff that's from World War II, I believe. So that was pretty cool. What have you gotten yourself into in the game? A Pokemon that can look like others.
Excuse me?
Can you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? Yeah, I once met an old lady who had a Ditto for her partner. Pretty sure she even lived here on 2nd Avenue if memory serves. Really? Thanks very much. Let's keep asking around. Oh, he's always on. Cool, I'm excited to see it later. Obviously, I can't talk to the Delcatty, I'm human. Yes, you have something to say. How could this happen? Pokemon that can look like others.
Excuse me?
Can you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? I know some Pokemon that look like flowers or trees or what have you. Is that what you mean? No, I mean the Pokemon responsible for this may have passed itself off as Inteleon. Oh dear. I have heard that somewhere in the city is a Pokemon that knows the move Transform, but I don't know any more details than that. Just that detail is very helpful. Thank you. Ugh, I'll move the mic over here. Whatever this Pokemon is, it's somewhere in this city. Let's try to find it, Tim. I'm very concerned. I'm so lonely without more Becco. Pokemon that can look like others.
Excuse me?
Do you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? I don't understand the question. Like, we think a different Pokemon may have passed itself off as Morpeko. Oh. If that's true, that'd mean Morpeko is innocent. Imposter. Wrong game. Silly. do 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 do. My brother just gave me a slightly judgmental look. I'm talking about Among Us. But well, I can't think of any Pokemon like that. Could you keep asking around? Maybe someone else will know. It's an impasta. He'll make himself look like freshly made spaghetti. Wow, I would love to know what this Furret is saying. Oh, well. Let's turn that down then. I don't know why my audio for me is so low. It looks like, for me on my screen it says it's high, so I don't know why it's saying that I'm quiet. To be fair, Detective Pikachu is not within the canon universe, I don't think. It's technically a side game, so like all of the lore that's from... I'm not far from my mic though, it's like right in front of me is the problem. Okay, where's the other person I was supposed to talk to? What the heck? There's gotta be at least one other person I'm supposed to talk to, right? Or am I just crazy? Who knows? I certainly don't. Were there people back here I was supposed to talk to? Oh? I mean, maybe, but the thing is that, like, this is a city, and that's kind of like asking if city people know about, like, you know, the leaf slug. Like, I mean, sure, certain people might, but for the most part, you know, it's kind of an everyday life thing, but also not a lot of people know a lot about them. Also, it's not part of the canon universe. Oh, Ditto, dear. Did you hear someone calling for something? Ditto? Sigh, where can it be? Oh, I bet that's Ditto's partner. I think the voice is coming from back here. Let's go check. So one of you? Ah, hello.
Excuse me.
Hello there. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure, go right ahead. It's been so lonely. It's nice to have a distraction. What's troubling you? Like, what's wrong? Well, you see, my dear Ditto went missing a while ago. So that was your voice we heard just now. Yes, I've been looking for it everywhere, but I just can't find it. I'm worried sick. I could stand to turn this down. Okay. I don't know. I keep adjusting things, hoping it'll help. Who knows? I hope it shows up again soon. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. I really do miss my Ditto. Ditto loves to play by using transform. It turns into all sorts of things. But my little one isn't actually very good at using transform. It can only imitate what it sees with its own eyes. Huh. Sometimes it gets the shape a bit wrong, but that just makes it even cuter. Honestly, that's kind of adorable. That poor woman. She said Ditto's been missing for a little while now, right? I know it fits the profile for what we've been searching for, but could it really have gotten tangled up in all these incidents? I mean, it's possible, yeah. Is there any way to be sure? Yes, I can ask Pikachu. Ask Pikachu. Oh, yeah, it's about time for my visit with him. So I'll talk with... You know what? Let's just go see how he's doing. Are you sure I can join in on this visit even though I'm not his partner? Yeah, it should be fine. Come on, let's go. We've got more testimony. I'm supposed to go this way. I know where I'm going 100%. I'm definitely not misremembering anything. Okay. Do I just go in? I could have talked to the police officer. Well, oops. I'll feel bad if I don't talk to him because he had a little bubble. No, I'm trying to talk to him. Please. Please. Please, sir, I want to see your dialogue bubble. Please. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing this as a bit, I swear. Okay. Let's go over. Incidents have been on the rise lately. Take care of yourself out there. Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions if that's alright with you. About Pokemon detainment. Is something wrong? We're actually looking for the people who've been handling Pokemon detainment. That's not one of my assignments. My duties keep me here at the station. Then how can we get in touch with someone who has been assigned to Pokemon Entertainment? Why don't you try asking the 2 officers in the parking lot out back? Oh. That was a tidbit for something we've already done. Okay. Well, aren't you a lively Manectric? Wow, Rachel, you're not even nervous around police Pokemon? This music hits. Club music. You should be at the club. In this case, the club is the police station because they have bumpin' music. Let me explain our Pokemon partner visitation rules. Visits are allowed in the afternoons. You can visit your partner a maximum of twice per day, but they cannot be consecutive visits. Ready to visit your partner? Yes. Then follow me. I might have seen them.
Yes.
Probably. I think I responded to them. This is the visitation room. I feel a little nervous in here. Oh yeah, it's your first time here. Oh wait. What is it? Oh, nothing. Could you actually wait a second for me, Rachel? Yikes, what do I do? I've been keeping the fact that Pikachu and I could speak to each other a secret. What's Rachel going to think when she sees me talking to him? If we're going to keep investigating together, I should just tell her the truth. Are you okay, Tim? You look like you're thinking awfully hard. I don't know. Maybe. I can check them later.
Hi, baby.
Rachel, there's something I want to tell you.
Oh?
What is it? It sounds pretty serious.
Meow. Meow.
I don't expect you to believe me, but the truth is, I can understand everything Pikachu says.
You know, if someone said this to me, I would probably think they were slightly insane. I know it must be shocking to hear someone say a thing like that. If you don't believe me, I understand. Amazing. Ah, cool. What? That's incredible, Tim. I'm so jealous you can communicate with Pokemon. He's like, no, singular. One Pokemon. Singular, Pokemon. That would be a really funny joke. It's just like, you can communicate with Pokemon. No, singular Pokemon. Because, get it? The plural and singular form of Pokemon is the same. Anyway, I'll just see myself out. So when you said you've been solving cases with Pikachu, you meant it literally. How are you able to talk with him? Do you know how that happened? Honestly, I'm not really sure myself. He's the only Pokemon I can understand, too. Pikachu interprets for me when I'm speaking to other Pokemon. Wow, Pikachu's pretty clever. Must be your strong bond of trust with Pikachu that lets you understand him. Or there's a hegemony afoot. Something's afoot, at least. But we were able to talk as soon as we met. Then maybe you just instinctually understood each other's feelings from the start? Or perhaps there is something deeper going on that we do not know. Yeah, maybe. But hey, you're pretty amazing yourself, you know? You studied so much about Pokemon, and it's clear how much you care about them. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate you saying that. I have always felt this way. That I want to understand Pokemon better and have them understand me as well. I mean, maybe. We don't know for sure. It could be, but it also could be something else. Because the difference is that, like, there hasn't been any other signs that, like, Pikachu is his dad. Also, like, they saw the body of his dad that the guys had, and that wasn't at all like the movie. So I don't think it was one of those. I think there's something else going afoot here. Always, huh? Yeah, Pokemon rescued me when I was just a little kid, you know.
Once, when I got lost in the forest in Bamboo Burrow,
Man, lame.
Marissa Ring helped me out.
Imagine getting lost in a forest as a child.
That's right.
Could not be
I
me.
was cold, lonely, and crying, but it stayed by my side and kept me safe. I know that Ursa ring helped me because it could understand what I was feeling. And that's why I wholeheartedly believe that Pokemon and humans can understand each other's feelings. My mother, I learned that from her.
Understanding each other's feelings. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds a little bit lost in the head, but she's a little confused, but she got the spirit. Yeah, I believe Pokemon can die of old age. That's like a pretty commonly held belief. At least it's been showed in like shows that Pokemon can age. Like there was like in the original TV show, like the Blue League or whatever it was called, there was an an elderly Trico. So I believe that Pokemon can die of old age. Like one of the things that not every, but most Pokemon games have is some sort of cemetery. So like obviously there's death happening. It wouldn't surprise me, is the thing. Maybe they have longer lifespans than like animals do here, but like yeah, they definitely die of old age. I remember that day so clearly. That Ursaring and I really connected back then, heart to heart. And when I told Mom and Papa about it, they said that humans and Pokemon were always meant to be that close. Levels are like strength things. I always saw it as it's not aging. I always saw it as them like as basically like a physical way to show you that your Pokemon is getting stronger. So, because like I said before, like in the original TV show, it might have been that one of the old TV shows, there was an elderly Trico. I mean, it is a form of growing up in a way, but like, I wouldn't say it's aging. In the same way that puberty itself does not age you, it happens with aging. Papa's changed. All this Pokemon. This Pokemon management stuff is so unlike him, and when they've done nothing wrong. I didn't say it was perfect. It is also a children's game. But, like, the same thing is that, like, Charmander eggs would also just give Charmander. It's kind of like having, like, a baby form, yes. It's the same way that, like, you know, a teenager can give birth to a baby, but, like, a 40-year-old will also give birth to a baby. You have a baby form. So, I understand how you feel, Rachel. Thanks, Tim. Alright, let's talk with... Is he not here? Oh, I have to talk to her still. Do you think Pikachu will get here soon? I may not be able to understand him, but it'll be a relief just to see him safe and sound. Yeah, that's how I felt when I visited him yesterday. Here's Pikachu. Ugh, honestly, it could be the same thing as, like, I don't know, it could, I think it's a mix of both. Like, I mean, I always saw it as, like, similar to how, like, puberty and menopause happen with humans. Ours just happened to be tied to, like, age levels, and theirs happened to be tied to strength levels. But, like, there's a huge change that happens, and it, like, changes how you look, and how, like, other things like that. Like, but their physical changes are tied to how much strength they have, instead of, like, how old they are. Because you can still have, like, lower level high, like, you know, of the final evolutions. Like, that's been shown to happen. I think they just give you a set one because that's the best way to make game mechanics work. But I feel like in nature it would be a little more variable. Like if it was an actual nature, it would be more variable. It would be based on other things. Not just like a set, like, oh, this level, this guy evolves. I wonder if Tim made any progress in his investigation. Hey Tim, thanks for coming to see me. I'm glad you're okay, Pikachu. Oh, and Rachel's here too. Hey Tim, are you sure this is okay? Letting her see us talk like this? About that, I actually just told Rachel our secret a minute ago. She knows that you and I can talk to each other. Wow, that was pretty bold of you. Did she even believe you? Yeah, she even said she was jealous. Well, that's a relief. Rachel's a bit of an odd one, isn't she? Either way, there's still an officer in the room, so we should keep it down. I know. So anyway, let's get straight to the point. I've got something to report to you, Tim. I managed to get help from the other Pokemon in the detainment rooms. Now I can see into all sorts of different places inside the police station. Wow, that's fantastic. Good thing you figured out how we get along with them. We're not exactly best friends or anything like that, but I guess that's okay. There's something else I wanted to talk to you about too. Come on, let's pool our information. What you found. I found this photo of the incident occurring at Fountain Plaza. Check it out. It's Pikachu. And I don't gotta tell ya, it's not me. That other Pikachu's the real culprit. But that's your hat in the picture. Yeah, somebody must have gotten it specifically to frame me. Or it could be a Ditto that reanimates exactly what they see, and they've only seen a Pikachu with a hat. Some thinking here. But it's obvious that it isn't me, right? Right, you've got stripes on your back, but the Pikachu in the photo doesn't have any! Exactly. I'm curious about that thing on its back. It's the same device that I've got on my back right now, too. I asked around the city yesterday about those devices. Based on the testimony I gathered, I'm pretty sure they're meant to keep Pokemon pacified. To keep them from going berserk, you mean? No. Yeah. To keep them from going berserk, you mean? Yeah, I'm definitely subscribed to them. Yeah, I love Quiet. I talk about him way too much, honestly. He's one of the reasons I actually decided to start streaming, so props to him, I guess, for being so dang funny. I was like, I could do that too. Where the other Pikachu went. Were you able to track down the real culprit, the other Pikachu? No, we found some tracks, but they trailed off. I don't really know where it went. Too bad. Sorry I haven't been able to prove your innocence yet. Hey, no need to apologize. I know you're trying your best. If you couldn't find it, you couldn't find it. What's important is what you do next. Yeah, and as for that double of yours, I think there's a high chance that a different Pokemon was impersonating you. You think so? Now there's an intriguing theory. About the Pokemon in the station. But yeah, I will never shut up about being a Quiet fan. I love him. He's great. He's very funny. I love his sense of humor. Honestly, a big aspiration that I have, one of my biggest aspirations is like one day collabing with him on something. So obviously that'll be like years and years and years into the future. But we have an aspiration nonetheless. About the Pokemon in the station. By the way, Pikachu, what kinds of Pokemon are helping you in there? There's lots of them, but the most helpful one is Luxray. He's a bit rough around the edges, but he can see through objects and use powerful electric-type moves. Ooh. He's a bit rough around the end. No, we already read that. That vision thing sounds pretty handy, but if he knows strong electric-type moves... Let me stop you right there. I don't think Luxray's the culprit at all. If he were, the PPB wouldn't have had any cause to arrest me in the first place. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah. But it's kind of like the vibe. Like, he cultivated it in a certain way, and, like, there's always a line that comes with it. And also, sometimes his chat really does deserve it. And I say that as someone who is in his chat all the time. That reminds me. Lexray asked me to pass on a message to you. Oh, what is it? He wants to know how his friend My Deanna is doing out there. The two of them got in a fight, and Lexray's worried about what happened in the aftermath. He says My Deanna usually hangs around 2nd Avenue. Got it. I'll keep an eye out for My Deanna and let you know how he's doing. Thanks, Tim. Okay, that's everything. So any guesses about what Pokemon was pretending to be me? I have an idea, but I need to consider all the possibilities. Let's see.
Let's think.
Let's begin our deduction. It was Ditto. A Ditto, huh? Ditto could have made itself look like me. I'm gonna be honest, I do not listen to Lemon Demon. And, I mean, I'm sure he makes good music. AJR, I have like 2 songs of theirs that I like to listen to, but it's kind of okay. I also don't really listen to them that much. I may be a Quiet fan, but I don't have their music taste, okay? I will beat the Quiet fan music taste allegations, okay? I just have worse music tastes, okay? I'm worse in a different way, because I listen to country music. Ditto's partner said that Ditto can only copy things it can see. You hear that, other Quiet fans? I'm worse than you. Probably explains why there were no stripes on the Pikachu's back in the photo. I have no idea what the Ultimate Showdown is in reference to. I have to be honest. Literally the only songs I listen to that are AJR, one of them is Bang Bang, I think, and then the other one that I think is an AJR song is called Guillotine, but also it might not even be an AJR song. So, I don't know what the Ultimate Showdown is, I'm gonna be honest. I looked in every detainment cell and I didn't see a Ditto in any of them. It's strange. If it was detained, it should be in a detainment cell. Guess I better search the other rooms in the station. It would be funnier if the Sonic 3 movie had two singular humans, and that was Eggman and the other dude that Sonic now lives with. And not for any good reasons. I just think it would be hilarious. If like similar to like the Muppets. The PPB and the police have been using Ditto, and they're definitely up to no good. So that's it. Why are you sniffing my feet, you weirdo? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what Newgrounds is. That is not the type of music I listen to. I listen to like country music, but also a very specific subset of people in the country music genre. And then I also listen to like top 30s hits from like the past 4 decades, and then not even 4, it's more like the past 2.5. No, never heard of it in my life. I'm way out of the loop with things like that, my dude. Like, if it's a music thing, I do not know. I find music by people recommending me specific songs, or like 20 artists that I follow religiously. So that's it. What is it, Tim? I saw Brad out and about several times when I was investigating. He seemed to be examining the scene of the crime. A crime which already had a culprit. That's kind of suspicious. Yeah. No. Never heard of it before, man. I live under a rock. I cannot wait until you learn how much little knowledge I have. I'm almost positive that AJR has a song called Bang. I'm almost positive that AJR has a song called Bang Bang. Now I gotta look this up real quick because it's gonna bug me. Never mind, it was just a singular bang, but it's bang with an exclamation mark. So there is definitely a song by AJR called Bang. It exists. I did not make it up. See, here's the thing. Just because I'm older than you does not mean I've had access to the internet as long as you have. Because, I did not have a phone until I was like, how old was I, man? Until I was in 7th grade. And that was a slider phone that, like, you slid and the keyboard came out. And I had that until I was in, like, high school. And that's when I got, like, an actual iPhone. So I didn't have access to the internet until high school. Which I'm probably better off for it. But, like, most of these things that you're talking about, like, I don't go on the internet for most things. I'm only on there to look at, like, cat pictures, the occasional meme, maybe keep up to date on Pokemon news. Like, there's so much I don't know. The dearth of my knowledge is so ginormous compared to me, and I am well aware of that. I really don't want to suspect Brad, but I can't help but wonder what he was up to. Yeah, Brad may be a bit of a jerk, but still, we've known him for 2 years now. I don't like having to think of him as a suspect. But you need to look into what he's been up to, Tim. But, Tim, you're a detective, aren't you? You're not trying to bring Brad down. You're only trying to uncover the truth. Yeah, you're right. And look into the cube-shaped devices, too. I understand their function to pacify a Pokemon, but that alone doesn't explain everything. You're right. The Pikachu in the photo damaged that Slowpoke statue. The devices may have some other function as well. Okay, so it's probably been on YouTube since its inception. But, like, I also don't really use YouTube for much besides watching, like, specific Let's Players. Like, yes, I do use YouTube. But, like, I watch Quiet and then, like, Let's Players, and I don't go outside of that. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I do not know this information. I wonder what Brad was doing at the crime scenes. I suppose you could just ask him. But if he was up to something shady, he might just give us the runaround. In that case, maybe we should ask the other police officers. Agreed. Might want to ask the people in the city what they think of him, too. So about how those cube-shaped devices work. I keep losing my memory here in the police station, so I really don't know much about them. Try asking people in the city about them. And for all you know, I could just be having my